Drama bin drama, Arab drama, Said drama, Ole drama, Nyar drama, Mto drama, zote pamoja. Yeah, folks. The latest developments in Kenya politics can be classified as game-changing. After weeks of whispers, rumors, etc., etc., a whistleblower has emerged right from deep inside the IEBC, our Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, which ran last August presidential elections. And this whistleblower has revealed a detailed dossier of exactly what went down in August 2022 concerning the presidential elections. And as a result, you can actually literally feel the tension in our politics. You can even reach out and cut it with a knife, the tense atmosphere. Yeah. And I can confidently tell you today that whatever happens next, things in Kenya will never be the same again. Now, I'm sure some of you have seen this dossier. In fact, I got this information in the early hours of today. However, I did not rush to make a video. Why? Because I waited for reaction from the various political players. I went out to seek a reaction, from various sources, people who should know, people close to movers and shakers. And it is only now, towards the end of the day, that I am ready and I'm actually doing this video. Because regulars on this channel will tell you straight away, Kumekucha Chris tries very hard, doesn't always succeed, but tries very hard always to do something that will stand the test of time. Now, before we dive into the possible consequences and what will most probably happen next, for the sake of those who do not yet have this information, I am going to give you a summary. And for those who already have it, let's have a quick recap. According to the whistleblower, the results announced at polling stations countrywide do not tally with the results announced at the National Tallying Center. That's the first major point, and it's extremely important. The other very important point the whistleblower brought out is the fact that the results from the Kimskit countrywide were transmitted in the JPEG format. JPEG is a format which is photo format, photo only. It cannot be altered without somebody noticing somebody has done something. Just imagine a photograph, because I know we are not all graphic experts. Just imagine somebody sending you a photograph. And this is a photograph of a Form 34, complete with figures. Now, how do you start altering such a document? And this is the precise reason why the Kimskit was designed in this way. However, when the results came in JPEG format, the results that arrived at the IEBC Tallying Center were in PDF format. Of course, the obvious implication here is that somebody altered what was in the JPEG format, and after the alterations, converted it into PDF format, which can be edited, unlike JPEG format. And that is what arrived at the IEBC Tallying Center and was announced to Kenyans. This whistleblower has produced what he calls the real results from every corner of the country called Kenya. And the results are as follows. Presidential candidate William Samoei Ruto got a total vote count of 5,915,973 against a vote count of Raila Amolo Odinga of, wait for this one, 8,170,355. In other words, the difference between the winner and the loser, according to this whistleblower, and the winner was Raila, was 2,254,382. Yeah. Now, there are those analysts who will still say that the difference between the two candidates is still too close. Yeah, because most estimated the difference in votes to be at least 3 million, yeah, including yours truly. But that doesn't matter. What we're talking about here are actual documented results with documented evidence to prove where the results are coming from. Okay? Now let's get this clear. A whistleblower is not a blogger who wakes up one morning and decides to publish their analysis. Maybe they did a lot of research here and there. They got information from point A, B, C, D, and so on. No, that's not a whistleblower. A whistleblower is usually an insider. Somebody in the boiler room. Somebody who was there when all this was unfolding. And so anybody who wants to dispute this, anybody who wants to stand up to this whistleblower, yeah, will first have to go through that hurdle of answering a very simple question. The whistleblower was there. This is an insider. Were you there? Simple question, requiring a simple answer. Yes or no. And if you're another IEBC insider, yeah, the question you'll have to answer is, can you challenge these documents? Can you challenge these JPEGs? Can you challenge, yeah, this PDF format results and all that has been presented here? Can you challenge the difference in the results announced at some polling stations and what was announced at Bomas? Simple question demanding a simple answer. So a whistleblower, let's get that right from the word go. A whistleblower is a whistleblower, an insider, who cannot be dismissed by a few abusive words. That won't work. Now let's quickly move to the reaction so far from the political class, yeah, before we dive into a very deep analysis of what all this means. Okay? The Secretary General of the Jubilee Party, Jeremiah Kioni, has come out to strongly support this dossier and the stunning revelations of this whistleblower. And Bwana Kioni has said, he had told us all along that the most fiddling, yeah, of the votes was done within the Mount Kenya region. Now what we should expect over the next few hours and days are a lot of reactions from both sides of the political divide. But I'm going to shock most of you. We have already received a reaction from UDA. We have already received a reaction from the chairman of the IEBC, Wafula Chebukati. And I can see you guys all looking at me shocked. Huh? What are you talking about? The reactions came out the day before the whistleblower's dossier was released. We had the outgoing chairman, the man who was involved in all this, Wafula Chebukati, appealing to the president to launch an investigation into what happened at Bomas. And then we had President William Samoei Ruto saying that actually there was an attempt last August kumaliza Wafula Chebukati, to abduct him na kummaliza kabisa. That's what the president told us. Now, you know, in politics, you can counter something before it comes. If you have inside knowledge, prior knowledge that something is coming, you can organize a campaign to counter it before it even arrives. You can attempt to change the conversation before it even starts. And in retrospect, it appears that this is exactly what we saw yesterday. This was a reaction in advance to the mind-blowing, shocking revelations that have come out from this whistleblower bang inside the IEBC. But this drama is bound to get even more interesting, because actually there are a number of politicians who deserve to be nominated for an Oscar, Academy Award, Hollywood, for acting. Because the entire ODM brigade convinced Kenyans that there was a handshake loading. I'm sure you remember that. I even had somebody telling me, Chris, you're behind. This handshake has already happened. Chris, you're lost. You're rusty. You've missed that one. Hii handshake tayari. So don't talk about ancient history. And of course I can't blame these people. What could they do? And yet people are delivering an Oscar award-winning performance. James Orengo, Best Male Actor in a Leading Role. Oh yes, he even appealed to President Ruto. Please, talk to Raila. Sit down and talk to Raila. Implying that there's a handshake unfolding. And yet all these people, do you think they didn't know what was coming? Of course they knew. All those politicians in Luo Nyanza who gave the president a very warm welcome. Oburu Odinga, welcoming Ruto. Watu Oscars, ebu angalieni hiyo. Patia watu Oscars. Now, what does all this tell you? This tells you that what we have here was a very carefully planned, neatly orchestrated, with attention to fine detail. Baba's handlers knew precisely what they were going to do. And what blows my mind even more is the information that I have, that there's a lot of work that has gone behind what is now unfolding. And this work was going on shortly after the election results were announced. That was last August. And even when we were feeling pain, there were people very busy behind the tent, working. And all that hard work, all those long nights, all those people, and everything they put into it, we are now starting to see the results of that good work. Now, before I even go further, let me address the people of the train has already left the station. Remember that one? People are saying, Kumekucha Chris, what are you talking about? We already have a president, etc., etc. The things that have been done now, a president sworn in, and so on and so forth, are irreversible. So accept and move on. Let me address those people. According to our constitution, the man who becomes our president must have the majority votes of Kenyans. Isn't that what our constitution says? And so, if somebody is given the office today, Kumekucha Chris for instance, and then tomorrow it is discovered that Kumekucha Chris actually did not have enough votes, according to our constitution, Kumekucha Chris is an unconstitutional president. Bila kizungu mingi, Kumekucha Chris is not the president. As per our constitution, he is not. Point number 2. There is no need to have a fresh election. Why? The grounds for a fresh election are different. The grounds here are that, hold on a minute, hizo results nikupatia are not correct. These are the correct results. And then somebody comes in between and says, no, wait, let's look at both results. Okay, these are the ones you're saying are wrong. Okay, bring the ones you're saying are correct. Polling stations, okay, you're right. These are the correct results. So what happens next is that the certificate that was issued to the winner using the wrong results is cancelled, and a fresh certificate is issued to the correct winner. Simple as that. But admittedly, before we get there, there must be a lot of who's, as, pulling, and so on and so forth, because this is politics, and this is the most powerful seat in the country called Kenya. So obviously it's not going to happen overnight. Obviously Kenya Kwanza are going to put up quite a fight with everything they have. But at the end of the day, whatever matters, folks, we must follow what our constitution says. The man who becomes our president must have the votes of the majority of Kenyans. Period. It's not personal, it's not tribal, it's just stating the cold facts. You know, this is the kind of development that could save our media houses, that could bring back the vast majority of Kenyans back. Some Kenyans, you'll see them asking, ile TV yangu nilikuwa nimeweka wapi? Others will pick up the phone. We, Joroge, ile TV nilikupatia, I need my TV back, please. Can you drop it at my house? Etc, etc. And as I've said on this channel again and again, that is another piece of evidence that actually what this whistleblower is saying has to be true. Because if enough Kenyans can boycott watching their news on television, so much so that some big news reporters on TV are fired, let go, what does it tell you? It tells you those people boycotted are many. And those people on which side? Go figure. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Whichever way you look at this latest development, whatever mud you want to throw at it, however much you may want to push it aside, shove it aside as insignificant, it does not change the significance, the game-changing status of what this whistleblower has revealed. A difference of over 2 million votes between Raila Odinga, the winner, the real winner according to this whistleblower, and William Ruto. Well, let's wait and see what unfolds next. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.